Hello, welcome. It's Monday
It's Monday.
and Thanksgiving week, so I'm sure everybody's probably going to be busy later this week. So, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. If you have to spend time with family, hope it goes well.
Good
Eat a
luck.
lot, drink a lot, have a good time.
I'm gonna overeat that.
That's what you do.
That's my plan.
And I'm Liz, and I'm with my co host Therese, and we're joined by Caro and Ann
Hello.
Pinkava. And welcome. And what's everybody up to?
I would just like to show this off. You know, there's like nothing with Puritan hats in stores, like nothing at all. So I found a little creepy vintage looking owl, and it has a for real Puritan hat, and I am so stoked. This guy's my bud. This guy's my best friend.
Does he have a
That's
name
so
though?
you.
No, I only got him this afternoon.
You should have named him right away. Like the name should have like arrived. It should have just been like
Like Zebediah or something, some old English.
It needs to be a whole phrase. It needs to be one of those whole Puritan phrase names. Like, I gotta think about this now.
okay.
Pat,
I'm
help
sorry.
me
I
out.
didn't mean to pressure you. I would have said something along the lines of like I didn't do it Salem or something.
That's true. I didn't do Salem, but you know, something like Endeavor, or something like God is my witness, but not that. It needs to be something a little more, you know, actual Puritan. That's more of a phrase. I don't know. I'll think this out.
You always
Okay.
do.
She does. And it's usually entertaining. So we thank her for that.
And she comes up with good names for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to come up with the name for our make along next year, and the one I proposed is wildly inappropriate. So we're not going to do that.
It did make me laugh though. I'm not gonna lie. And it shouldn't have, but it did.
That's where we get 0 watchers
It would have worked in the 80s.
for sure.
Just saying. Yeah,
So we gotta come up with a name.
we do. Did you guys know that people are going back to landlines to control their children's internet?
Mm.
You know,
landlines. Okay. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It makes sense though, you know, having a phone at the house, even though, you know, we all have our cell phones, but it's like, yeah, the phone at the house still works when the overall internet goes out or the power goes out. You have these issues. And also you know, having everyone's phones with them means that there's not just a phone ringing at a location if you need them. Anyways, sorry, that's my rant.
Well, I think it's good in a way because, especially if they're siblings, it teaches communication skills and how to deal with sharing that they might not get otherwise. Because, as Therese probably knows, there is a definite skill set of when family members are trying to use the phone at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched one of the comedians, Gen X comedians, saying, you know, part of having a landline was having to talk to parents when you called somebody and they answered the phone and like, hello, so and so, you know, can I speak to your, you know, son or daughter or whatever? And that was a whole drama because you had to make small talk with the parent until they got so and so on the phone usually.
Mm-hmm.
And if the parent was mean, they'd actually, and had a landline now, they'd actually ask you questions that you'd have to answer that younger generations aren't used to, which would be funny, like, oh, how are your parents? And how's school? Are you doing your homework? That's stuff that we've had to go through back in the day. So I don't know. I saw an ad for it and I thought it was funny that old things are coming back like that. Oh, and Kat says her puritanical fun run shawl just came off her needles a few minutes ago.
Yay!
So yay!
Good for you.
Make sure you enter it into their entry form. Mine's finished. I'm just not going to show it so I can get the pictures done.
Nice.
But it is more than 75% dark gray, one of Tina's Advent colorways. So
Ooh.
I think I'm good.
Mine will be finished. I've been slacking a little bit. My iron's low, and that makes me slacker.
Sorry.
David just went to go get me some orange juice so I can take my iron.
Oh, good for him.
Well, he went to go get his own medicine, and I said, while you're there, get me some orange juice. So it's not a it's not a charity thing.
Yeah, but sometimes it's nice when somebody else does it for you.
Yeah.
Running errands tomorrow. I thought I didn't have to go to the store before Thursday, but I do, which is a bummer. But I only need to get 2 things, so hopefully it won't be too bad.
I did all mine on Saturday.
Thought I did on Saturday. Unfortunately,
Least expected.
well, it's always something. We had the big race here this weekend, so that made things going downtown miserable, but now they can start putting the road back to the way it was for the people who live down there. It's kind of a nightmare for the next 2 weeks till they get things back to normal. You know, these darn road races.
Mm-hmm.
But, so what's everybody working on?
A sleeve. A sleeve, second sleeve.
Ooh.
I am
Ooh, second sleeve.
I'm just a couple inches away from being done.
Yay!
Yay.
I'm making a poncho because I'm cold.
My poncho is so pretty.
Sorry you're cold, but the poncho's cool.
Thanks. Hopefully it will not keep me cool.
What are you working on, Anne?
I am working on the same old heart blanket. It's getting, well, it is huge, but it's slowly working its way to its final form. Full magnitude of heart.
Oh,
It's final big boss form.
Exactly. It's going to be so pretty when it's done.
It is pretty. I'm a big fan.
love it.
Yeah. So am I. For the
I'm
record.
working on a hat. I always do a holiday hat and release it for free because people are nice to buy my patterns. So this year's holiday hat will be available on Friday or Saturday. It releases on Saturday. And this is
Nice.
what it looks like. Little trees.
That's adorable.
Thank you.
I like it.
You don't have to put the little star beads on. I had to put them on separately because my bead needle was not thin enough to go through the holes on the beads, which was a pain. But
Yeah.
I'm knitting another one where I'm not going to do beads, just have the little trees. But it's a super simple pattern and you can knit it up pretty quick. And
Nice.
it'll be available on Friday, or I mean Saturday, because Friday's the day after Thanksgiving. I don't know if I'll have it typed up then. But so that's what I've mainly been working on. Finished my puritanical, but I need to photograph it, so I'll post that once that's done. And I can't release the pattern until the weekend because 2 of my nieces are going to model photos for me, so then I'll release it.
So,
Dang it. Lost my stitch marker. Dang it. That's annoying. Oh well. So any knitting stuff anybody's got to talk about?
No.
No, I said the local hooker.
Or any crocheting stuff.
Yeah. Granted, I did promise Anne I would crochet something very soon, but I think I'm going to finish this poncho and then do that. I was very proud. I organized my yarn stash in this closet behind me.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I was like, wow, this is why my husband doesn't want me to buy more yarn.
What does he know?
I could definitely make a couple of like king size blankets with what I have in there.
Well,
You could channel the shawl energy over. You could do.
Could do blankets instead of shawls. That's what I could do.
That's right.
that is true.
Neil's got like some kind of crochet ugly cat shawl thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I did the Tunisian crochet version of it.
Uh-huh.
It's also a knit version. It's super simple.
It's called the ugly cat shawl because they made fun of his cats, right? Is that the story?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Like that was supposed to be an insult. Oh, your cats are ugly.
And the thing is, his cats aren't even ugly. Let me tell you, I've seen some ugly cats. And these are not ugly ones.
Well, and also it's not like the cats are trying to improve their appearance or anything. So it's kind of mean to call them ugly when they can't help the way they look. You know, it's not like a person that you don't like their style or whatever. They're cats.
They just
It's
kind of
not nice to be mean to them. Oh, that means I found. Okay.
I'll bully a cat though. Not Neil's cats. Neil's cats are great, but I'll bully a cat.
Cat wants to know, does anyone have opinions on the sweater pattern copying accusation from Midori Hirose? I don't know about that one. I know the Caitlin Hunter one,
I know
but I don't
nothing
know
about
any
it.
others.
Tell us, chat. Tell us the story. I don't want to Google it because I'm tired. I've had a long Monday.
Fair enough. I don't know that one either. I kind of try to avoid the drama.
Is Midori the gal who does the ranunculus?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
Yep. And other stuff, but that's
That's the one that still stays in the top 20 on Ravelry.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty amazing. I know there was drama with the Hohi shawl because people were upset that the clues were basically the same, but not every mystery shawl has to be a Stephen West kaleidoscope of stuff.
And I guess people like demanded their money back, which is kind of wild to me.
I didn't know they were demanding their money back. I just heard that they were unhappy with it.
No, and she's been refunding people.
Oh, wow.
First of all, it was a $3 pattern. So, you know, you can find that in your couch cushions. And then to, you know, so upset that you demand your $3 back and she's actually doing it, which.
I mean, it did say in the write-up it was supposed to be totally relaxing. So that should be an indication that it's not going to be a lot of changing. Weird. People
It's
are weird.
a skein shawl, so I don't know what they were expecting.
I did read a lot of people were unhappy because there were a lot of mistakes.
Well, yeah, that
Fair
was
enough.
early on.
That I could see saying, you know, hey, if I have to correct all these, then maybe I could be annoyed by that. But which is surprising because usually her patterns are very well tech edited before they go out.
I was talking to one lady at SpaceCon because she was just there, like live crocheting, like orders and stuff. It was kind of cool. But she said her big annoyance that she's running into everywhere are all the AI made patterns that are wrong, but nobody's bothering to like check it, and there's no testers or anything.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Oh, and they also got mad because on the placeholder for it, on the pattern, there's an AI generated skein of yarn. Now, I don't know
Well,
why they care about that, but
I don't know why either, but it's also not like she doesn't have a skein of yarn she could take a picture of. I mean,
yeah, but
it's like on Game of Wool, their AI generated schematics of what knitting and crochet look like were abysmal because a crochet hook did not look anything like a crochet hook. And they said
Oh,
it's not like they had a studio full of yarn and knitting needles and crochet hooks that they could have, taken a picture of instead of putting up a really bad AI. I mean, AI has its uses, but when it's really bad, it's almost worse than.
well, it's like when people have pictures of AI created knit or crochet, and then you zoom in and look at it, you're like, yeah, those are not stitches that exist. That is not how that works.
Yep,
I
there's
was
a lot of that.
I had ordered something for my planner. It's a day bookmark, right? And I saw it was like $4. It was like super cheap. I could get it like in 2 days. And I was like, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. And so it got here, and on the camera, you guys can see it looks really nice. But when I was looking at it, I was like, oh man, those are like totally AI stars right there.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still using it. It's $4. But I was just like, I ended up going through like the rest of that lady's shop and being like, yeah, you got a lot of AI here. You got a lot going on.
It's everywhere.
I mean, she still has to print and laminate it, so yeah, who asked you?
It's not going away. So,
Yeah.
people are just hiding their head in the sand if they think that they can just not use it and it's going to go out of existence because that's not the case whatsoever.
It's not like one of my friends that works in a studio up in Canada, like he works in the art department. They all got laid off 2 weeks ago. And the CEO replaced them all with like AI generated software, which is a really bad idea when you're trying to make a game because the AI is not really very good at making consistent T poses. So the T poses are like when the arms are out like this, right? And you want to do that so that way when they make like the models and the clothes and stuff like that, it's universal. So you see a front, a back, and like a side. And it never does it the same. So I thought that was wild that that entire department got laid off. Um, and given that I work in comics, I always run into the situation where people keep trying to say that like the art that we have is AI, and it's not. But what happens is I've got a couple of lazy inkers, and so when they should be drawing like four fingers that are overlapped like this, they won't pay attention to like where the line is. So then it looks like one hand's got six fingers.
Oh.
So like that happened once, and it was like, what you doing, man? Like, why'd you do that? And he was like, no, I inked it correctly. I was like, bro got six fingers. You know what's happening now.
mhm.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm really sorry. I was like, oh no, you're about to be really sorry here in a minute because I'm going to throw you under the bus when people ask me about it.
Speaking of, I was saying before that I have this fat stack of Rippaverse comics that just showed up.
Hey,
It's your workplace, and it's your boyfriend.
my boyfriend. Yeah.
It's two of your boyfriend in this stack, though.
You've got a fine choice there. Very fine choice.
I know. He's quite a fella. I'm pretty fond of that guy.
You know, I love himbos with guns. I just do. Like, he's absolutely stupid, right? Like, it's Joey from Friends, but you gave him some gun and combat skills.
And he's also buff, which is a part of the himbo thing, but also.
Yeah, he can just lift up a truck, right?
Yeah.
I like how, like, at his job place, they're like, I can't fire you. I'd have to hire a crane to replace you. It's like, oh no, how terrible? Like,
Anyways, I'm hoping that there's a lot of push-ups in these books here.
did I tell you the story of a conversation I had with Joe who draws that horseman?
Mhm.
I did.
Was it the conversation? Sorry, I won't say that. Never mind. Please tell me about what he said.
Oh, okay. Well, so Joe is telling me that he was ready to draw the next issue of Horseman, and then I can't just be like, yeah, whenever you want. Like I have to like go and coordinate because there's colors and everything else involved.
Mhm.
And so while I was in the middle of trying to see if that was something that we could do, he was like, I have to confess to you, I really love drawing Horsemen. I was like, man, let me tell you, I really love it when you draw Horsemen. And I was like, and if you just tap into like at some point, like, because I know sometimes you change things from how like Chuck writes it, and you just make him like, you know, kind of shirtless on a beach somewhere. Like that's totally fine. Like you can do that. And he was like, and for you, I will leave the helmet on. I was like, fuck yeah, Joe's got me.
See, I was about to say, not that I've flipped through these yet because I just got them, but you see, Joe Bennett, definitely not gay. Okay,
No.
he draws his women extremely curvaceous, but he could work on drawing his men more curvaceous. Okay, we could up that. So.
Oh, there's a joke at work because I'll send like a screenshot. I was like, I'm pretty sure Joe drew this, and it's like this super detailed, like very curvy, like girl butt, right?
Yes, that was one of the funny things in the first one. Anyways, not to talk about Horseman's butt any longer. Though,
I think we could talk about Horseman's butt for hours.
All day, every day.
Every day.
Very excited to read those. But I also got over here, I got the Saints and Sinners book.
Oh, I hope you like that. Let me know your thoughts.
Okay. I got the corresponding Ripazine. I got Norfolka.
Yeah.
And I got Yaira 3.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
I am interested in your thought in all of those.
Okay, I will detail these thoughts.
Thank you.
Longhand.
Okay, I'm
You'll send
never
a picture of it to
apologizing for
me.
sports ball talk again.
I know it's sports ball. I'm sorry. We're out.
Man, we haven't even started talking. We haven't even started talking about Star Trek yet. Okay.
No, it's okay. I'm just saying, putting that out there because
No, I've
we know
decided
not everybody's into that.
no longer talk about Star Trek, though my mom got a new VCR player this week because, you know, VCRs, old stuff that you've taped and family stuff. Anyway, so she popped in a tape to see if it worked. And it was from Year of My Lord, 1987, New Jersey television. And it was it was 1776 was what was on this tape.
Oh, I like 1776.
Oh, it's great. But in the commercials, it was John Delancey selling underarm deodorant. And Mom's like, it's cute. Look at that. Like, yes.
What? Everybody's got to pay the bills.
Of course. Mm-hmm. It may have been pre-Q, actually.
He's written a lot of books,
it would have been pre-Q, yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say he's written a lot of books. He's co-authored a lot of books because that's the thing that they do. Somebody else will write it, and then they'll come and like have a say in it. And then next thing you know, they're selling the book because he wrote it, but he really just asked for 2 things to be changed.
Yeah.
I don't say that as somebody who's gone through that before. All right, what are we allowed to talk about, Liz?
Anything. Anything. I was just joking because last week we really got into the sports ball with poor Anne. And
no, that's good, though. Y'all love the sports ball.
Do we, Therese, this season?
We don't love it today. No.
You don't love, what's wrong with the sports ball today?
Teams do not do well.
No.
It's sad.
Suckage.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. There's always next season. That's the joy of sports ball.
Beat them up until they do better. I hear that works.
All they got to do is practice without their helmets on and give themselves CTE. But I did find a new sport that I was watching.
What is it?
It was armored MMA, where they fight in full armor with long swords or axes, but they can do MMA, so they can hit and kick too, which is really weird in armor, but it was fun to watch. I mean, I give the guy props for going through all these rounds wearing 80 pounds of armor.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it came up in my queue because I was looking up something and I'm like, armored MMA. Like, well, you know.
Sounds like something those SCA guys would be into.
Yeah, like medieval everything goes, you know.
Yeah. My
The
son
boys
did
need to punch each other.
medieval.
It makes them happy.
Yeah, my son did medieval sword fighting in HEMA, and so he was appalled by the armor. He's like, when you're in armor like that, you're just bashing. Like there's no finesse, there's nothing. You're just bashing as hard as you can. And then at the very end, the two guys both dropped their swords and they started punching each other. And it was hilarious because when you try to see somebody in armor kick, trying to keep his balance while 30 pounds of armor in his legs trying to hit somebody, it's hilarious. But my son was like, that's not how they fought. He goes, when you were armor knights tried to stay armored. The only sword was their last result, their last weapon. Like, well, you can't fight in horses in an octagon, so I doubt they're going to do jousting for fun. Yeah, but it was fun to watch. All those little boys who grew up wanting to sword fight.
That sounds like me.
But I was never a
and
little
girls.
boy. I just wanted
And
to get
little
a
girls,
sword
too.
and stab people with it.
Yeah, that's still my daughter, and the sad thing is she has a sword or two. But she's refrained from stabbing people mostly.
Daily struggle.
Because her brother's not necessarily people to her, so sometimes when they argue. I got them wooden practice bokkens when they were younger so that they wouldn't really stab each other. It was great. They got all their energy out and frustrations out on each other. And there was no crying and sword fighting. We did have one trip to the hospital, but that wasn't even fighting. That was just him putting the sword in the scabbard and sliced in between his thumb and first finger.
Oh, the webbing.
Had to get stitches.
Ah.
And when you go to the ER and they announce over the loudspeaker there's a sword wound, it's hilarious because it was a teaching hospital, so all the teaching students came running in to check out a sword wound, and they were sadly disappointed that it was a little tiny sword wound. Mm-hmm. But it was pretty funny because they were like, "We heard there's a sword wound." I'm like, yeah, it's like 6 stitches, dude. It's not that big a sword wound.
They got to see all kinds of crazy stuff in the ER. Like they just have to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My son was just not impressed. He was supposed to be going to a LAN birthday party that day. So he kept asking the doctor, can I go? I have to go play video games. Like, well, can you let him sew you up first?
No.
The bleeding is not fun.
I just cut myself with a sword. I have to play video games now, okay? Like, truly a man of the people.
Priorities.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he was the star of the birthday party because everyone had to ask him about what happened. Like, you didn't even get it in a fight. Just you cut yourself. That's just not, exciting. 11-year-olds were impressed, and that's what mattered.
I'm sure I told this story before, but there was this one gun show I was at, and everything is very safely done, and everything's out. But this one idiot grabbed, because they also have knives that they sell there, grabbed a shuriken off the table and said, "Oh, you use it like this," and also cut that same place in between thumb and finger, and just blood everywhere, and it was a mess. And it's like, and everybody goes very quiet at these kind of events if anybody does get a real injury, because they're like, whoa, what's happening? Worried that there might be some proper act of violence. Is like, no, it's one guy being stupid. Just
there's always one guy at least being stupid.
Always one.
Like all the weapons instructors who've shot themselves during training classes in the last couple of years, which is really bad. My son had one where, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. His CCW instructor told him to have the gun in his hand while driving and pass it back and forth from hand to hand in case you need to shoot out either side of the window.
What?
Yeah, he was nuts. He was crazy. If my son and his best friend hadn't known better, like they went through the class because they had to get there, but they had already had training, and they were appalled that he would say stuff like that. Like, you don't hold the gun while you're driving. You're going to shoot yourself, and it won't be pretty. And
Yeah, it's like,
I think he ended up shooting himself in a training class later. So that's not surprising.
That's pretty special.
we have enough worries out here from the kind of redneck Olympics hunting thing where people want to shoot deer from the road. It's like, you cannot do that. That is very bad. Like, do not. They're just driving around looking in fields for deer.
Well, that's terrible.
Yeah.
You got to hunt them so that they have an opportunity to hunt back.
Well, I mean, we're pretty wide open country. So, I mean, I'm just thinking the safety standpoint of shooting from a vehicle, bad idea. Get out of the vehicle,
Well, yeah.
assuming that you have permission from the farmer on their land, because that's another deal. But
Yeah, no, there was a thing in the news not too long ago where the deer killed the hunter because the hunter wasn't very good and the deer was not injured when he got shot at and charged him and ended up killing the hunter.
Wow.
Bambi 2, back for revenge.
Something like that. It's like, well, it's the wild. Anything can happen.
Mhm.
In Japan, they're culling bears because they have so many bears that are coming down into the cities and attacking people.
Oh, yeah. They have a deer population in Japan too.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
They do, because I think it's like a sacred deer thing.
Yeah,
so
I was
don't
about to
know
say,
if
you
they
shoot
have-
those deer, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I was about to say, but even so, if you don't cull your deer population, so who knows what they do.
They're very involved with their animal populations out there.
No, in
Yeah.
Japan, there is a system.
Mm-hmm. No, they're very meticulous with how they have things out there in so many different ways. I mean, if you have a country where they don't just have a single numbering system, but they have 15 numbering systems because they can't just say one pole, two poles, and one piece of paper, two pieces of paper. They have to say the special word for one sheet and the special word for one pole. So if you're going to be that detailed with counting, I'm pretty sure you're going to be that anal also about your animal population. So.
It's something I've thought about for a while, but okay, the stereotype that Asians are good at math, which they are. But that they have so many different words for numbers, it's kind of like if you have more words for something, you have more imagination towards something, like you can think about it bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if that's a positive contributing factor or if that's just Japan being Japan.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. The reason they're really good at math is because they have, the lattice system for mathematics.
Not particularly.
Oh, so when they do multiplication tables, the way that they do it is actually a lot more efficient. And they tried to teach it to American teachers so we could teach it in classrooms, but because we were so stuck on the way that we used to do multiplication and division, we just never used it. Like, we were really bad about trying to implement it. But I saw what I would consider one of our second graders, like their second graders were already doing like mathematics, and it was super easy the way that they were teaching it. I'll have to find a video and show it to you. But they find smarter ways to do math and whatnot. And the one thing that they really struggle with is actually other languages that have a lot of inferences with, and then also complications when you've got like male and female language, le, la, and all of that. Because they're kind of like, what's the difference? And I was like, I don't know. And then of course, like, they all talk like Yoda, and when they speak to each other, right? So it's like then when they come in, they have to learn how to like use another language. It's like it's a complete reversal.
Maybe if I was Japanese, I would do better at math. Just saying. Because that's not my strong point.
Math.
And if they have a better way of teaching it, I might have been better at it.
Oh, math?
I'm terrible at math. No, if I learned the Japanese way, I might be better at math.
I think a lot of people would be better at math if they learned it the Japanese way. I remember when I can't remember. It was 10th grade. It was 10th grade when suddenly like math like clicked for me and I became like Neo in the Matrix. Like I understood everything when it came to like algebra and geometry and stuff like that, to the point where the teachers didn't know how to keep me busy because I would finish everything, including like the extracurricular work. Like I was almost doing like quadruple the amount of work in class because they couldn't keep me occupied. And it was that aha moment was interesting, and I've always wanted to make sure that one of my students when I taught had an aha moment, but it's kind of hard to do when they have calc dyslexia, so I just like to do things on hard mode. So
Alrighty.
So, Therese, we've gotten a couple submissions into the Just Stash.
To what? What's that?
So we've got a couple people who've submitted into the Just Stash.
Okay. That's
So
cool.
it's very nice.
Yay.
Oh, Krasnark's going after the gay sheep article.
They're going after
Something-
what?
There was an article in the Daily Mail about someone did some project with wool from gay sheep to point out the fact that there are gay sheep. And
Stop it. Stop it.
in Germany. And now they've tied it to Grindr or some sort of online dating app, and
What?
it's bizarre.
What?
So who is out there with the binoculars watching for buggery? Like what?
Well, they consider them gay if they don't interact with the female sheep and just hang out with guy sheep. So if all the male sheep hang out together and they don't go over and do their, sheep lovemaking with the female sheep, they assume they're gay.
Okay, but I'm sorry, I haven't.
Maybe they're
I
just
haven't-
fed up with the female sheep's crap.
Okay, but what little I know from Goat World, and I know Goat World and Sheep World is different. That there's some variations there, and also when we had goats, we only had a couple males at a time. Like, I would also assume that would be because of the dominance hierarchy. That only if the top sheep, if you were the top goat, you were the only one getting the girls. So maybe they're afraid that the big sheep will beat them up if they go that direction.
And don't spoil their narrative with logic. They
Well,
can't have their art production of gay sheep wool if you spoil it with actually reality.
what I'm saying is that the animal world is cruel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still
It
one
is,
of the
and-
worst treated animals, and not by us, but by other animals that we ever had when we were on the farm. We had 5 geese, and it was 2 males, 3 females, and one of them was the second wife, and they treated her like garbage. They were so mean to that goose.
Geese are mean, period.
They are mean. They are just awful. But yeah, don't be the second goose wife. That's like the worst place to be. Don't do that.
Okay, I don't know what this pattern was, but it popped up in my Pinterest, and the photo, clearly it's 2 photos, okay? But the way it's done, it looks like there's an arm coming out of the waist.
What?
I don't understand. It's 2 photos, but it's.
is she just turned sideways? Is that what's
And
going on?
I think
So you
that
see it
she's turned sideways in the bottom photo, but the way they put them together, it looks like there's just an arm coming out of the middle of her stomach.
Oh.
Like, clearly, you could come up with a better way to do the photos than.
And here's my colostomy bag. I made a sleeve for it.
Something like that, or for their goiter. I'm not sure,
Well,
because Denise knitted that goiter sleeve and her cardigan that time.
oh, speaking of, I haven't seen the replay on their episode yet. 2 Sisters and Some Yarn in the chat. Hello. Did an episode yesterday. I'm excited.
And it was live.
And it was live. You see
Yep.
it?
I watched most of it, and then we had people come over, so I'll have to go back and watch the rest of it.
Okay.
But it was good.
Nice.
They showed a lot of stuff. And then I got this one that pulled up in my, I don't know if you can see, it's a car in a tree where the tree grew around it.
Oh yeah.
And it said, legend has it this car belongs to a man who parked in the shade while his wife ran into Hobby Lobby for just a few things. Like, it's like they know us so well. You know, and I've seen more people on Castnark actually talking about Hobby Lobby and not getting totally trashed like they used to.
Yeah.
So that was surprising.
Now that Joanne's is gone, you only have so many options, I guess.
Well, it just blows my mind how fickle they are on things, because they'll condemn something like Nitpicks because of the supposed bugs in their yard, and yet Nitpicks is like one of the first ones they put on their list of Black Friday sales. Like, what happened to, bad Nitpicks? Oh, wait, it's on sale, so let's just ignore bad Nitpicks. Okay. I mean, I don't think that there was actually an infestation to begin with, but I just thought it was funny that how fickle they are. And I guess there was another design that had somewhat of a pinwheel shape in it. I don't know if it was a quilted one or another one, but they went after the designer. Oh no, it wasn't. It was something their grandmother had made years ago, a crochet, and the diamonds kind of looked. If you were of the mindset where you would think that they could possibly be a swastika when they clearly weren't, so the poor person got called out for it, like. And people are like, well, you know, just because you see it doesn't mean it's there. And, you know, and symbols have been used years before others commandeered them for evil purposes. You think, gee, where were all these people when Stephen West? But of course, they brought him up and they're like, yes, but he did the right thing by getting rid of it. And those terrible people who insisted on knitting it anyway. Well, yeah, because they paid for a pattern, and that was the pattern. You know, and they didn't want to rip out their yarn where they had 1,000 ends and one clue to go back and reknit it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just thought it was funny that,
Yeah,
you know, how times have changed.
Yeah, I saw one of those Stephen West, swastika shawls at a yarn show, except they had done a granny square in the middle. I'm like, but you could have done something beautiful. Like, not that granny squares aren't beautiful, but this is an incredibly intensive knit shawl, and you just kind of did something very plain, you know?
Yeah, well, there were all the submissions of what people could do instead, and there were a lot of crochet ones.
Yeah.
But, you know, where people had to cover up the fact there wasn't a swastika there to begin with.
Definitely not a swastika.
Well, and I get that he wanted to change the clue, and that's fine. If he wanted to put it on an alternate clue, fine. It's when he went after people who needed the first clue and didn't want to rip it out that I had a problem with it.
That didn't jump when he said so.
Right.
Yeah. So it's better than you crocheted deck chair, because that's what everyone thinks of when they see deck chairs. Is, hey, let's crochet a seat for this.
You know, this Game of Wool stuff, and I should just sit down and watch the episodes. I know I haven't. I should, so I can give good play-by-play on it. But so much of it makes me like, well, anyone could play this game. By anyone, I mean, maybe not me, but also I'm like, that knit along part of my brain is going off where I'm like, surely you can do this as an online game show. Surely. It'd take a lot of coordination and dedication, but
surely you could care that it actually showed knitting in a positive light too.
That's true.
Because it's really not. It's making fun of knitting and crochet, and I can't see how it's supposed to encourage more people to want to take it up.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
not British, so I don't know.
there's one of the judges who, when she sees somebody make something that she likes and thinks is beautiful, she cries.
Oh no.
And they always win so far.
Oh.
And she's not like, 14, she's like 65.
Well, I guess one of the challenges where they had to create something inspired by a vacation. And this one kid, he designed something inspired. Their swims, I don't know if they're swims, I can't remember, by a vacation to climbing, because he likes to climb, mountains and stuff. And she criticized it, saying it wasn't a very fancy or sophisticated vacation. He's 20. He can't afford to go on a fancy or sophisticated vacation, and he enjoyed it, clearly. So it was very look down her nose at, what.
Yeah, but also isn't it supposed to be about the execution of the idea? That it's like, well, this isn't a what's the best vacation you've ever had challenge. This is a knitting and I guess crochet challenge.
But it was very pretentious attitude. And then called out another one because they didn't make the swimsuits sexy enough or something. Like, I'm sorry. Is that supposed to be one of the categories? You're crocheting or knitting a swimsuit, which isn't going to fit anyway. So it's not like you're focused.
Nice when wet.
Yeah. Because it's not like it's not going to stretch out as soon as it gets wet and not fit. So
Ew.
just, ugh.
Gonna smell like wet dog. That's gonna be great.
I guess they are starting, well, at least the Sirdar patterns from their designs they're getting paid for. The other designs that they put out were we are knitters, and one of the other ones, Rowan, had kits I think you could buy of their designs, and they said they weren't getting paid. But I guess Sirdar, one of the podcasters, she contacted Channel 4 in England, and they said that Sirdar is paying them. So said she didn't know if that was a part of the original deal or because so many people have been calling them out about that. So I don't know. I just find it funny. Because those shows are more about drama than talent.
And it's not, I don't know, there's not that much drama, but
No.
I don't know, it's weird. It's just weird.
I don't understand the group projects because knitting and crochet are not really group activities in that sense. I mean, you do them together, but you do your individual project while you hang out together. It's not like people generally work on projects together like that.
Yeah, and it's
I guess they do that to make drama. And get weird.
Yeah, it's like I said, I watched it just because it was on. I did find out though that the Roku channel has the Great British Sewing Bee, so I've been watching that.
Ooh.
And it's much better.
I guess they're getting a lot of flack in the UK over it. So,
well, I guess part of the problem is the actual wool that they're using is not British wool, which is kind of dumb. Because if you could showcase your own commodity, why wouldn't you?
that's weird because there's so many British
they
wools
mostly
out
use
there.
merino, which is not a British. That's from New Zealand and from Australia.
Right. But they could use Blueface Leicester. Norman with Nimble Needles put out a very good podcast critiquing the show with really good suggestions. I watched Deb Knits. I think that's Deborah Knits. Her review, and her review is very interesting because she was pointing out how, the techniques that they wanted him to do were not techniques that worked with the craft. And it was almost as if they were rage baiting by choosing these activities because they're not something that works with knitting or crochet.
It's weird though, because I mean, if you're familiar with knitting and crochet, a lot of challenge ideas would present themselves. You know, so
Yeah.
why do things that are so totally disconnected from the craft?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Well, and the thing is, like that first one where, you know, where he was steeking and he got thrown off because it wasn't finished and it wasn't done properly. Well, you didn't give him time to do it. You got to go back after you cut it and sew it up and, you know, and finish it. And that wasn't
Well,
taken into account.
plus that he had to make his own needles because they didn't provide him with needles that were big enough to keep ends. And they kept catching on the yarn, and that slowed him down. He had to keep pulling it out and going back. But the steeking wasn't the issue because
Right. They just put a bad light on it and made it look like, oh, it's so hard and it's terrible and don't do it, you know. Well, no, that's not how it goes.
that's how it goes if you're a host who doesn't have a ton of experience knitting and might not have the skills yet to do that. So you put it down because you don't know better. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Uh-oh.
It's finally a knitting show, but it's mostly crochet, which is fine. I like crochet. But it just cracks me up that most of their challenges have been very crochet heavy and not knitting heavy.
Is that because you can do it faster?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But I mean, the first challenge, they could have given them the challenge to design and knit like a Fair Isle style mitten, which they could have done in 10 hours, you know, with color work and everything. Or a hat or something instead of doing a chunky vest, which you would never use that kind of yarn for Fair Isle anyway. It's like it's a show that's not, doesn't have actual knitters involved in.
Right.
And it's for a very narrow sort of aesthetic too.
Mm-hmm.
That they're being praised for aesthetic reasons and not for, you know, like how well they're doing the techniques themselves. And they have to fit whatever they can do to somebody who likes bright colors and, I would say, unwearable designs and chunky yarn and, you know, all this stuff.
I don't know anyone who has a bodysuit made that's Intarsia design on it is their actual body.
Except for, I think, sorry, because, you know, I love Bake Off. I think Noel Fielding had a sweater that was like somebody's body on it, but
Yes.
he's known for some really hideous clothes.
Yeah, he's a dresser.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of those T-shirts that you can buy at the shore or the beach. It's the body, bikini body on the front of the tee. That's what it reminded me of watching Tom Bailey. Like, you're wearing a bodysuit of your own naked body. Weird. So, Anne, what are you doing when you're done with your heart blanket? What are you going to cast on next?
I don't know, because I'm kind of narrowly focusing in on the heart blanket. You know, I must finish. But on one hand, I am getting a couple other blanket ideas because Pinterest got my number. They're like, hey, so you like quilt patterns, right? And I'm like, well, I do. And they're like, look at these, easily pieceable. You could do that. But I'm not sure I want to jump into another blanket. I'm like, I've made so many. I should take a break and do something else.
Did you finish your puritanical? Your knits for your brother?
No, I didn't even start. It was a scarf I was going to make, but I didn't even get yarn ordered or anything else. I do have that cowl. I really should finish that cowl with the Party Like It's 1621 yarn. But yeah, I have not yet done that. Should really get on that though. My brother would actually like to wear it. I have that. I have that striped sweater I still have to finish. I'm on the sleeves. I got the body done. I have the sleeves left to go, and then the edges, so that should be fine. But I've been looking at, okay, again, me and my wandering knitting eyes. I've been looking at a lot of big Fair Isle sweaters and like really loud patterned socks and stuff like that. So,
You do like knitting socks.
I do like knitting socks. I don't think I've ever done Fair Isle socks though.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
I've been watching Gordon's videos, and they're very good how he's explaining the color theory behind Fair Isle with the different foreground and background colors. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, so I want to knit something with something like that, but I don't know what yet.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I've done stranded socks, and you have to be really careful that
Yeah.
you're not too tight.
Yeah.
Hey, Tina's in the chat.
Yep.
Hey, Tina in the chat.
Hey, Tina in the chat. Yeah, the first time I did color work socks, I found that out the hard way. I had to pull them back because they wouldn't get on my feet.
No.
Yep.
But you learn. It's all a learning experience.
Yeah, I have heard the thing where you knit them inside out. That, you keep the right side on the inside of your circle while you're knitting socks, and that gives it a little more, because that bends your yarn outwards.
Right. Then you have to purl everything.
No, you're knitting it in a circle, but it's the wrong
Okay.
side of the circle. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, now I get it.
yeah. So
I could see that.
Mhm.
That might be confusing though.
Yeah. I can see there being a learning curve.
Definitely.
But not a bad idea. But yeah, I've been seeing all these really loud, like patterned sweaters and obnoxious intarsia and like sweaters with ruffles, and that they're commercially made sweaters and people are wearing them. I'm like, I could have made that. I would have looked at that sweater pattern, said, that's awesome, but I'm not going to put the time in. I can't wear that in public. But that guy is. That's a grown man in public. Why aren't I making this? I've betrayed myself for nothing. I could have been making those loud sweaters the whole time.
Well, if you're not going to wear them though, as much as you enjoy knitting them, you could knit something that you would wear.
I just really do have to make that Henry V sweater I wanted.
You should. That was a cool idea.
Maybe the loud, brightly colored sweaters you could make like Christmas ornaments. So that way you get it out of your head. You don't have to wear it.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
It's true.
Or bunting.
Bunting is great.
Mhm.
I do have a problem with going small, though.
So, I don't know. You're doing a fingering weight coffin quilt.
Oh,
do
that's.
other things and things.
But the quill itself wasn't small.
No. But small knitting is a thing, though.
Mhm.
Small crochet is a thing, too, with the little mini micro things people make.
No.
Okay. My count is off. It's sad. Because
I got my cornbread baked today to dry out for my dressing.
yum.
Nice.
Very exciting.
Doing the big
Do you have to
family.
do a lot of cooking?
What's up, me? Yes,
Yeah.
even though it's just the two of us and Calvin, but it's what I do.
Oh dear.
I'm disappointed. One of my uncles, who for Thanksgiving every year makes the most incredible cranberry pie, will not be attending. I'm like, come on, man. You know I wait for this.
You're like, there's no point in going. I'm staying home. Like, you're not
Yeah.
coming with the thing.
What? I mean, I think he's shared the recipe before. So if
That's not the same thing. It has to be made by him.
Pie always tastes better when it's made by someone else.
That is true. And, he's a true Minnesotan. So, all of his money that's been funding terrorism all these years, I think that he should benefit me somehow by bringing me a slice of pie.
Certainly. Yeah. My sister-in-law is going to her in-laws. So usually they smoke a turkey so that we won't have smoked turkey there. They won't. They called us up a week and a half ago and asked, could my husband smoke turkey? He's like, no, because I wasn't planning on smoking a turkey. I don't have a turkey. And it's a week and a half before Thanksgiving. We already made plans to bring desserts.
Mhm.
So I think they got someone else to do it, but I never cook a whole turkey because my family doesn't eat they won't eat most of the dark meat. So
Really?
we just get turkey breast usually. So now when I brought that up, they all claim they do, which I know is not true. But
I love turkey
It's fine.
leftovers. Turkey leftovers are the best. Sandwiches, pot pie.
Sandwiches,
turkey soup.
soup, tetrazzini.
We won't get any leftovers Thursday, but I have a turkey breast in the freezer to cook for us in a couple weeks. So we can have our own little Thanksgiving at home with our version of the different side dishes.
Yeah.
Because I make dressing way different than they do. So I've got to make a bunch of toffee in the next couple of days. Which isn't hard, but at least it's not damp anymore, so it'll probably set.
Hey, that's good.
You can go to him to get your pie, Ann. It's Minnesota. We don't believe in borders.
Exactly. I should go land pirate it. Knock on his door, demand pie.
Hello, Joe Bob. Welcome to the chat.
Hey.
So we need to talk about our next episode.
Do we? Why?
Well, because next week we're supposed to do Friday, so we're not doing coming Monday, right? Do you want to do the Monday before Friday or the Monday after Friday?
The Monday before Friday.
Okay, so we will be podcasting Monday. Okay.
Yeah,
On the
because that's 5 days rather than 3 days.
Yeah, okay. So the 5th is our Christmas party. So I'm not sure what time, if it's going to be the normal time or not, because Joe suggested we start a little early so some of our overseas friends can pop in, instead of sleeping.
And you can wear your gym jams.
That's right. The pajama party.
We talked about this beforehand. I have a rule.
Well, you can break it for this.
Rules are made to be broken.
I mean, unless you wear like, fancy lacy stuff, then probably not.
Not like what Joe was going to admit for Tabitha to wear, but she never did.
You
The
know,
lacy lingerie.
and still do the knit your knickers knit along.
Please, let's not.
Yes.
I'm not knitting knickers, sorry.
Come
Yeah.
on,
I have so many other things I'd much rather knit, okay?
it's true.
Just saying.
We want to do other things.
But if you
not
want
like
to,
1940s granny under things. Which
hey, if you want to and that's your jam, go for it. That's just not mine.
if I was running Game of Wool, I'd be like, okay, y'all.
Next week on Game Full Knit Knickers. But would they be for females or males? Because Tom Bailey would want to get in there and wear them. So,
Well, make some long johns. It'll be a group project.
I don't understand the group projects.
No.
It's not like a sewing bee or a quilting bee where, it's quilts on a frame and everybody's doing the hand stitching, But hopefully everybody can hang out with us Monday, and then on Friday, we'll party.
So have you broke out the Christmas music yet? Or are you a hardliner?
Not until Friday.
Not till Friday. I always wait. String tied on a circle with a second with each end tied to the circle, done. And then Diana Clark's knitting a diaper cover for her new grandson. That's basically underwear. There you go. Yeah. To each their own. Knit what you want and enjoy it. And use whatever colors you want. There's plenty of colors of yarn out there.
No whining if you get a rash. I don't want to hear it.
That's true. That's too much information that we don't need to know.
No.
But Joe did knit those really long socks that went above her knee.
Yeah.
Thought she was going to knit more of them. Is anybody going out shopping on Black Friday or?
No.
No.
I have never left my house on Black Friday, and it saved my life multiple times because anywhere I'm like, man, maybe I should go there for Black Friday. I hear about a gun battle that broke out in the parking lot, and I'm like,
Man, where are you shopping?
like Walmart.
Oh, well, there you
Oh
go.
yeah. Well, when my kids were little, my sister-in-laws were very militaristic in how they planned their Black Friday shopping. Like, this one would go to the store and get in line right away, while the other went out in the store and grabbed all their stuff. So by the time they got to the front of the line, like they would call each other and say, "This is at this store. Do you want me to get it?" And it was too much.
They got plans. They got tactics.
Oh, it was insane. And we went one year because we had a store, Fry's, which was like a big electronics store, and they had TVs on sale, and they had iPods. This was back in the day. And iPods were basically 60% off. So, which huge because Apple stuff's never on sale. So we went at 5 a.m. to get in the store, and there was line around the block. But we were able to get in, and my husband and son split up and got the TV. And then I had my daughter with me, who was sick at the time. And I'm like telling the guy, I'm like, really sorry. I just want to get the iPods. I don't know where to go. So instead of standing at the line at the Apple desk, this nice employee went and got 2 for me and sent me up to the register. So within 15 minutes, I was done shopping, and they had already bought the TV. And then we got out to the parking lot and found out the TV did not fit in our car, which I told him before we left, but the engineers knew better. So we had to have my husband's friend come pick up the TV, and then we went out to breakfast and then went home. It was like the least exciting shopping day ever. And that was the last time.
Yeah.
Joe says if Morgie can come after work, it may not stay but at the same time, but she's flexible. Well, I know if we do it earlier, Amy can come, and maybe Annie and Neil. So I don't know. Joan wasn't here today. She hurt her back, so hopefully she'll feel better and be here next week. So that was very sad. Now she's too busy making bags all the time for her giveaways because she keeps getting more followers, which was very cool.
Good for her.
Yeah.
And her bags are very pretty too.
Yes. I think it's people were shocked by how many blankets she has going. And then she cast on another one. If you watch her episode from Sunday night, she cast on a new blanket.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, darn.
She's insane.
She's really going at. She really likes sitting on blankets and crocheting blankets.
I know.
So
Blankets
I
are
don't
good.
think they are. I just don't think I could have 16 going at the same time. More power to Joan if that works for her. My brain would not.
No.
They would want to get some of them done before starting new ones, but so. Does anybody have to drive to Thanksgiving? No. Well, that's good. We have to go 5 miles, I think.
No, no. Be safe.
Yeah, it's scary. It actually is because of road construction, but there shouldn't be any.
You might have to take a pit stop on the way.
That's right.
Bring some
If we were
snack.
living in England, maybe, but
Stretch your legs. Get a coffee. Make sure you're caffeinated.
oh yeah, caffeine's a big thing with this crowd that doesn't do caffeine. So
That's why you got pregame.
not coffee.
Pre-game.
Yeah.
Bring
Oh
them
no,
Skittles.
I pregame.
Bring them Skittles.
Yeah, I pregame and after game open up a bottle of wine when we get home. So,
Did you have this thing called a flask that you could bring?
I know, but they have a thing about alcohol in their homes.
Yeah,
So I
right.
try to be respectful.
All right.
Being respectful.
Last year, my
Considerate. How
kids and their
dare.
cousins went out to a bar after, which is pretty funny. They were all over 21, so it's not like they were trying to, get young kids in, but their parents were not amused. Like they're over 21, they can decide where to go. They want to go to a bar, they can go to a bar. So I do like to watch the videos of Black Friday when they show the people fighting over things and how ridiculous they are. Because those can be entertaining.
First of all, the TV thing, that shouldn't even be a thing anymore because you can go to Walmart right now and get a, 80-inch TV for like $200.
Yeah.
So the whole standing in line and trying to get killed for a TV.
Well, I think that's the problem with America, actually, that people aren't standing in line to getting killed over TVs anymore. They're losing their sporting spirit. Should really get out there.
I always treated like Black Friday in-person sales kind of like similar to like the Purge, where you've got like 24 hours to make it through the day.
Yeah, that's what online shopping's for. Just saying. And they bring it to your house. And you don't have to people. It's good.
I don't
You
want
just have to wrap it. It's lovely. And my son had to work 2 years ago because he worked for the state government and they weren't off, which is crazy. But he's off, so he's very excited to not go shopping. Sit home and watch whatever kind of football or any other game he can actually sit and watch.
We're doing a sale at work for Black Friday. And originally the person who was pitching it was like, yeah, and we'll go ahead and start the sale on Thursday. And I was like, we're not starting the sale on Thursday. And she was like, but it would make sense to start the sale on Thursday. I was like, well, no, because Black Friday happens on Friday, right? And if I tell people here in this American company that they have to work on Thanksgiving, they will riot against me.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do it on Friday.
Yeah, no, there's no reason.
Joe says we need a blankie intervention. I think she's probably talking about Joan.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere left that only dudes 24 hours for Black Friday?
Huh?
Maybe
I
only
don't
does
understand.
24 hours for Black Friday?
Maybe. Now Black Friday started like yesterday.
I've seen stuff last week for Black Friday sales, and
Yeah, I don't know what's actually going to be on sale to be worth it anyway, because chances
The
are
real-
they jacked up the price so that they can discount it. So you're better off buying it ahead of time at the regular price.
The real question is, Caro, is there an animation drawn of your boss in a Santa hat for Black Friday?
No. What I want is I want somebody at work to make a picture of him with his arms up being the time is right, because that's the response I've gotten from him when he's like skipped ahead in my schedule to like publish stuff. Because I'll be like, hey, I had this scheduled to come out in 3 weeks. Why are we doing it right now? And he's like, the time is right. And I was like, what time? Like, who's telling you the time right now? Because like I had a whole thing set up. He's like, no, the time is right. We have to do it right now. I was like, there's nothing happening right now. It's Tuesday.
Like, no, it's in the wind.
Yeah. So at this point, I just told one of the interior artists, like, I want a picture of him and like some almost like holy pose looking up into the sky. I mean, like, the time is right.
You could tape that into a clock.
I might do
You have
that.
a time is right Eric clock.
Oh man, that would sell so much too. I'm trying to bring back the Hoash Road shirt, but he won't let me. I'm like, listen, you're in Texas. It's like the most appropriate shirt ever. You can take it to the Blaze. We'll all wear it.
That's going to be the new.
Actually,
That's going to be the new phrase when people want to do something. The time is right.
Yeah,
the time is right.
the time is right. No, there's no time. No, it's not right. I swear, like he had like dad brain or something, and he just suddenly was kind of like, okay, we just have to publish everything that we have in production right now. I was like, no, we don't. Stop it.
like we don't have to do anything actually.
Well,
Not like the opposite of, but the trains ran on time. It's like they were early all the time. It was terrible. I didn't know where the train was.
And everybody was super happy about at least Alpha Core coming out early because they're like, oh, it's here. We've been waiting for like forever. It's like, you've been waiting for like 18 months. Like it's not been forever. Come on.
It's a little forever.
time works differently. Oh yeah, okay, that is does that she said about the 24 that does 24-hour Black Friday instead of dudes. That makes more sense.
So what is it supposed to say?
It's supposed to say, is there anywhere left that only does 24 hours for Black Friday?
Oh no, of course not. That's because they got to lead into Cyber Monday.
Yeah, and is Cyber Monday any different from any other Monday? They just put a bunch of stuff on sale and you assume, oh, I should get it because it's on sale, but not that you really need it for anything.
I mean, I don't know. I don't usually go shopping on Monday because it's Monday and it's like a terrible day because it's Monday and the coffee's not strong that day.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Well, now that I've said that and I know my husband's watching, he's going to put liquid caffeine in my coffee next time.
She'll be flying through Monday.
Yeah.
Time? What time? Who cares about the time?
But it's right though.
The time is right.
Time.
Social construct.
Time, yeah. But at least nobody has to drive far enough to where they've got to take a pit stop, overnight pit stop. Talking to you, Neil.
Yep.
Man, that'd be funny. That would be such a funny one panel comic that we could do where he's like sitting there doing like the timer's right and I'm in the back room being like, who's telling you the time? Who is it? Who is this bastard?
It'll be the clock.
Tina's doing a sale from Friday through Monday.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't need to know that.
Uh-oh. What are we selling?
Yarn.
Oh.
Pretty yarn.
I can't buy any more yarn. I'm not allowed. I apparently have to use all the yarn I have in my closet.
She said you don't have to risk getting shot for her sale.
Yeah, it's true.
Again, I need the danger, Tina. Could you threaten me a little? Just a little bit.
Except for you, Anne. Anne, you have to risk it.
I need some risk. I need some consequences. You know, something.
Gotta get
People are
ready to
crazy.
dodge. You'd be like going into the store being like, wow.
It's like watching the videos where they catch the people shoplifting and then they deny it. And they're like, well, we have you on camera. Well, I didn't do it. Like, it wasn't me. It's like, it's clearly you because they
clearly
have your
footage.
Are you
face.
saying that
and your
I may or may not get into a hand-to-hand altercation and that I would then deny said altercation?
Oh,
Oh,
feet pics.
what
Okay, I'll be there for feet pics. Sorry.
Tina, should she just sign over her year-end bonus, or do I keep sending it in smaller chunks? Well, whatever works better for you. Her yarn is lovely though,
It
and
is really.
she has some very cool colorways, which
Mhm.
hopefully she will make us a cool colorway for our thing next June. We'll have to talk to her about it.
Psst, psst, psst. Yeah.
So
Man, you got my attention real fast. Must be a cat inside.
we can do an installment plan, Deanna. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
So, and do you have to do any cooking for Thanksgiving?
I don't. I am just a lazy bum. I probably should though. I should invent something.
You just get to show up.
I guess. Well, I'll probably show up early and help with the day from there. But I don't have much in the way of a kitchen here. So
Chop some onions, just for nostalgia's sake.
let me tell you, I have some mad knife skills. Okay, that's what everyone's saying. Everyone says that about me. I wouldn't say that about myself. Everyone's saying about me that I have some mad knife skills.
Yeah, I watch a lot of food videos, and it annoys me when they don't know how to use a knife. It's like, why are you making food videos if you don't know how to use a knife? Like, clearly, you should get your knife skills before you think you're a chef and go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like the ones that open up a can, they jam their chef knife in the bottom of the can to
I
make
have a
it
scarf.
fall out.
I have a scarf. Yeah.
Yeah, but you probably did that decades ago, though.
2019.
Okay, well then, it just ruins your knife when it's not giving you scars, and it just
Wasn't my knife.
every time I
She's
see
still
them,
not wrong. It was still plural years ago. So the
Okay, it was
statement is
plural.
still correct. Yeah.
I was trying to get
It's a-
tomato paste out of the can.
Oh,
You know how, and you put the hole so then
that's why you just open up both ends of the can and just push it out.
I was in a hurry.
Just get a little
But this
spatula.
one,
Just a little
it's like-
spatula. It'll go in there. It'll get it all out.
she just jams her chef knife into the bottom of every can. I'm like, no, do not do that. That's not good for the knife.
I've seen people
It's
do
not
it.
made for
and I
that.
cringe. I'm like, no, don't do that.
That and the ones who stab themselves when they open up avocados.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Yeah.
my mom did that. Yeah.
There are a lot of injuries, ER injuries from avocados, from what I understand.
Yep.
So people need to be careful, especially when there's alcohol involved in your holiday preparations. Because it makes your knife skills not so good and your judgment even worse sometimes.
And again, you need the danger.
Aw, Joe
Especially
says
on a
Anne's
holiday.
dating profile needs mad knife skills and mad plaid style.
That's right. That sums me up pretty well.
Mhm. She's a catch.
She does like plaid, and she wears it well.
Thanks.
You need to knit more plaid stuff.
You do.
You can make a plaid heart in your blanket. That'd probably be too difficult, though.
That's the thing, though. I haven't done any weaving for a long time, and weaving is more the plaid medium. Not that you can't do it in knitting, but it's more difficult.
Fair enough. We had the Pirate Fest here not too long ago, and the people all come dressed in their pirate gear, or what some people think of as pirate gear, which is probably nothing like what actual pirates wore at the time, but give them props for trying. And at the park by our house, so we see the people all dressed up and doing their thing.
Nice. Did you
It's
know there's
entertaining.
okay, you probably know this because it's probably something that does well in the Vegas area. But there are treasure hunting conventions.
Hmm.
I'd love to go sometime. That just
And
sounds
there's a convention for everything.
well, I know, but I didn't know that there was treasure hunting conventions because I was talking to this guy who was a Jack Sparrow impersonator, which is where the Pirate Connection comes in. Anyways, he was hilarious, libertarian, great guy. But he was talking about like somebody like actual deep sea diving for actual real pirate ships, silver doubloons. And yeah, he was talking about them and the way that they're because if you have a bunch of coins in the water, the way that the ocean waves go over them, there's a very specific way that they'll wear on the edges that you can tell that they've been in the ocean for a while. Anyways, it was really cool.
That's cool. Yeah, there's all sorts of conventions here. It blows my mind. Sometimes we'll get conventions, there's like 15 people signed up for the convention. Like, but they come to Vegas because it's an excuse to come to Vegas and have their convention. We have CES, the computers, and then we have the firearms, the SHOT Show, which is the gun convention. And that usually runs the same time as the Adult Entertainment Convention and their Adult Entertainment Video Awards.
Oh boy.
One year they were in the same building. That was awesome.
It's a recipe
So,
for
yeah.
disaster. Isn't the SHOT Show the one where isn't that like a vendor only show? Like do you have vendors at the
is.
show, but like the general public, they don't let
You're
them in.
supposed to be in the industry to get in unless you know somebody. My husband, when he worked security, he was a weapons instructor. So we got in a couple of years because they gave passes to them. And that was fun. That's how we found out the Adult Entertainment Convention was in the same venue because there were people who were not dressed for SHOT Show.
Not a lot of
So-
places they could conceal carry, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. There are a lot of that going around. I mean, we have adult entertainment stores everywhere year round, so that's not surprising to see. Vegas, pretty much anything goes. The nightlife is interesting. For sure. But it's Vegas. The lights are pretty. And they do have pretty decorations at Christmas, a lot of the casinos.
Oh, I bet they go all out.
The conservatory at, can't remember the name. They do a floral and they change it out for every season. And the one, it's gorgeous for Christmas. It's just hard to get pictures because there's so many people in there looking. My daughter, when she was little, she got picked to do a performance where they had to read a book, The Giving Tree, and it was a sponsorship that was giving money to the school. And
couldn't they have chosen a better book?
Right.
there were kids from different ages in the school. She just happened to be one of them. And she told us where she told us that it was going to be was a strip club. I'm like, I don't think that's where it's supposed to be, sweetie. No, that's not it. But it was a Victoria's Secret sponsored event because they gave to schools. They have a certain fund that they go and they give to schools, and they were having their yearly convention in Vegas. So the kids were going to come in, they get to read the book, and then they donate the money to the school. And she's telling us she thought, because there's this place called the Palomino Club, which is a gentleman's club, and she passed it on the school bus, and she thought that was the name of where the event was being held. And I'm thinking, no, but it's Victoria's Secret, so maybe. But no.
Like,
and it turned out yeah, I talked to the teacher. I'm like, I'm kind of questioning this. It turned out it was at the Venetian, which was not. But it was funny because she's like, I think it's at the Palomino. Like, what now? I don't think so. We're not going. You're not participating in that one. But it turned out it was Victoria's Secret, and their whole, like, all their 22,000 people from their different stores came to this convention and gave out awards, and it was Christmas time. So the kids got up there and they each read their part from the Giving Tree, and they got all the applause from Victoria's Secret people and took their pictures like they were celebrities and let them walk their little red carpet. And it was really cute. And the school got like 20 grand in donations.
Nice.
But it was just so funny because in Vegas, you never know. I mean, the strip clubs are right next to the regular clubs, so anything goes. So, so Teresa, are you almost done with your sleeve?
I'm almost done with my sleeve. I have 20 more rows.
Yay.
But these are the ones where I decrease every other row
Oh yeah, those are,
because
you gotta keep track.
something happened, and yeah. So I will definitely have it done by Sunday.
And take a fun picture.
I will. I still have to do the surgery on the bind off. I still have to do that. I don't want to do that. But we will do it. We will not like it, but we will do it.
I saw a cool bind off, or I don't know if it was a bind, it was more of a applied. It was a I-cord, but with a cable.
Ooh.
It was a cabled I-cord. And it
Huh.
looked really cool. I have to go back and actually watch the video. It was on Instagram, but it looked really cool the way it was done. It didn't look like it was too very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought it was really nice.
I wonder. Okay, when I think of an I-cord cabled, I'm assuming it's 2 stitches over 2 stitches.
This one was 3 over 3. It was like three I-cord stitches over 3 stitches from the main blanket.
Oh.
So I don't think you were decreasing, doing the knit 2 together,
Right.
or the, like the connecting when you really do on an I-cord. I have to go back and really watch it, but it looked very cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was thinking I have a cable within the I-cord itself, which might make it smaller because cables kind of suck things together.
yeah, I don't know if it was from the I-cord because they held the 3 stitches to the side, knit the 3 that were on the left needle, and then went back and knit the ones on the right needle. So I assumed the right needle was the I-cord that they slide 3 stitches back. So I don't know. I really have to look at the video, but it seemed really interesting to me, and technique that might be fun to try.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link to it once.
Okay.
I'll have to find it, but okay. But yeah, it was different, which I like. I like learning new things.
My Instagram's been annoying lately. It's you're sitting there and you're scrolling and you're trying to read stuff, and it'll refresh. And it'll keep refreshing.
Oh, I hate when it does that, especially when you first open Instagram and it refresh, and like I wanted to read those.
Right.
And
like, what was that?
Oh, Neil's talking about size inclusive again on Instagram. Well,
isn't his new magazine out soon?
Yeah,
it
like
should be out now, I think.
midnight. I think
Well, he said midnight UK time.
Mm.
Wendy saw the thing on Instagram too. She thought it looked cool. But yeah, so and I wanted to tell Anne because I know she likes fun edging type things. Because Anne likes the challenge. Because you guys didn't know.
Except when I like massive garter blankets, which are also a challenge, but in a different way.
Yeah, I cast on a garter cardigan that I've knit before, the baseline cardigan by Sosu Knits. It's all garter knit vertically, and then it's
Oh.
modular. So you knit the side, and then you knit the back, and then you connect it to the other side. And it's a fun knit, and it's easy because everything's garter except for the ribbing for the cuff and the collar and the bottom. But she has it broken down where you can make 3 different necklines, either a crew neck, a round neck, or a V-neck, and you can pick your length from a bunch of different lengths. And then some versions are alternating stripes, some versions are color block. You can play the colors any way you want. But it's a good one for using up some extra yarn if you have extra skeins from a project.
Yeah.
So, because I need a garter project now before I tackle something where I have to pay attention. Because over Thanksgiving, I don't have a mental brain to do something technical. So, once I'm done with this hat, needing garter will be good for a bit, and then cast on something more fancy.
Mhm.
And then sometime in January, I've got a heart blanket to cast on. Yes, it would be yours.
Aw. Well, that just sounds stupendous.
Just so you know, I'm not making it as long as Tabitha's making her blanket. If you saw her picture the other day of her 10-foot blanket, I'm not making a 10-foot heart blanket. I'm sorry. It went across her whole room. And she stretched it out. Tree saw it.
I think it's
Good for you,
longer than
Tab.
the Doctor Who scarf.
That's going to use a lot of yarn, that one. And sorry, that's too big for me. That's the
That's like
advantage of being short. You don't have to have as long a
house
blanket.
cozy. That's a house cozy. That's not a blanket.
Yeah, I think her whole family could get underneath it one time and have room to spare,
And the
which
dog.
is fine. And the dog, if you like big blankets, that's great. I've knit big blankets or crocheted big blankets for my husband and son, and
Mhm.
I'll
They're
probably
heavy.
have to crochet. I need to make my son another one since I put a hole through the one I originally made him for when he was grown. So I have to do a new one for him, but it won't be as big as Tabitha's because no, that would be really big. So
Absolutely.
instead, it will be shorter. I did make a 9-foot blanket for my husband years ago, and it weighed like 13 pounds worth of yarn. It was all Karen Simply Soft.
That's a lighter. That's a lighter worsted weight, though.
Yeah, but it had cables, crocheted cables, so it took up a lot of yarn,
Yeah.
and it was heavy.
Those ones I made. May it rest in peace. Thank you, Calvin. Were Hobby Lobby's yarn, and that stuff's heavy anyway.
Caro Renee said it's so good to see your face. So she's happy you made it today.
Yay.
I'm happy my face is here. Yay.
I'm hoping Annie can finish her jumper that she's making with if you've watched her podcast, A Stitch in the Sky, she's been working on an 80s jumper that's really fun. So hopefully she'll get it done for Politically Incorrect. It's
Her
very
true
retro.
80s punk.
Yes, a very 80s punk look, and it looks really cool.
Mhm.
So I'm excited for her.
Excited.
Okay. So when are you going to make your stuffing, Trace? Or dressing? Do you do it early or do you wait and do it Thursday?
I'll prep all the vegetables and everything on Wednesday, and then just throw it together. It's going in the crock pot this time.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Make the oven free for turkey and other
Yeah.
things.
Well, my turkey has to go on the grill this year because my oven door has decided it doesn't want to close all the way.
Rude.
Oh, no.
Very rude.
That is
And it won't
rude.
fit in the toaster oven. So I got it
That doesn't
grill.
probably
Roasters.
very tasty.
Plug-in ones work well.
What?
She said roasters that you can plug in. You can get those plug-in roasters.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. Yeah. I don't know.
If we were making one, it would be smoked, but neither my husband or my daughter wanted to do it. So, because that's what they were asked was, could they smoke a turkey? And they both said no, because it was too close to Thanksgiving to deal with.
I gotta yell
So-
about.
But see, Neil doesn't have to be here to hear our Thanksgiving talk because they don't celebrate Thanksgiving in England like we do.
Oh,
You know.
Wow.
Like they don't celebrate 4th of July either. I can't imagine why,
Why not?
right?
Well,
I mean,
It's an excuse for fireworks and food. Let's go.
exactly.
Well, they had Guy Fawkes a couple weeks back.
They did. But, like you need an excuse for fireworks in the USA.
I mean,
I
my
said
part of
We have them
England,
going off all the time.
yeah, my part of
We get them
England, they were
year
always
round.
the,
The Indian reservation is not far from us, and they sell them year round. And the really big illegal ones you can buy, but you have to shoot them off in their launching zone there. You can't take them with it. You can only take the legal ones with you, but if you want to buy the big crazy ones, you can buy them there and shoot them off there.
that's
So they're very smart. They make a ton of money on cigarettes and fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how much in cigarettes they still do. Tanya's saying duct tape will keep your oven closed, Therese.
yeah, I know. No, I can't get it. I can't force it shut. Yeah,
Ooh,
it's an old oven and it needs, but whatever.
that is not good. That's sad. But at least you have a grill, so you can do it that way.
It's just for the one day because otherwise I use we have a larger toaster oven, so I usually use that for everything. But we'll figure it out.
Wow.
It's very Japanese.
Evidently, fireworks are illegal for personal use in Australia. Well, I guess you guys get brush fires, so that makes sense.
I got a lot of problems with you guys, this country, not gonna lie.
like giant ass spiders. Your spiders are huge.
Animals will kill
terrifying.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, Morgan's not here to defend the spiders.
I bet
Well,
they pay
I
their own
know.
taxes. They're so huge.
I killed one yesterday in the kitchen. Oh,
The spiders are an
The
issue there.
government subsidizes them with your taxes. They're so huge.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like Joe was talking about that they have the big brown snake, but they can't kill it because it's illegal to kill it. But it's okay for it to be there and just hang out and bite somebody. Like,
See,
You
that's
know.
the thing, though. If you have things that want you dead, you should also have an implement to make them dead.
mm-hmm.
Seems fair.
Right.
it's not paying rent being on her property, you know?
Like, I'm sorry. I know that I'm in, upper cowboy country, but, west of the state, there's rattlesnakes. You know what you take with you? A pistol. Like,
Mhm.
there's none of this, like, oh, well, the rattlesnake. You're like, no, die, death, done.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've only
Pistol
seen
and a
one
shovel.
rattlesnake, and it ran away from me. So,
It ran. Oh, I want to see that.
well, it slithered away very quickly.
See that.
Never
It's Texas,
seen-
so you don't know.
I've never seen a rattlesnake in person other than at a zoo, but I have seen cottonmouths and copperheads, and those are not fun to be around either. My dad killed one with a shovel when it was on our property when we were kids. It was underneath our swings,
Oh
That's
no.
nice.
and he decided he liked his kids, so he
Mm.
got rid of it.
I don't like snakes. I don't like.
Don't tell Morgan. She likes
I'll
them as
tell
much
her.
as she likes spiders.
I don't care. I'll tell her.
I like
She's
how when
got
nature
to
stays
defend them.
outside.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, nature has its place, and it's not in my house.
That's that spider I killed yesterday. He was right on the counter, and I said, "Sorry, Morgan." Whap. Now, if he was outside, I wouldn't have touched him.
Oh, yeah. Different
Trespassing.
situation. Different situation.
Love how we all think of Morgan now when we kill spiders.
Well, she would have something to say about it. But she can't come and collect all our spiders that come in our homes, because if she could, that would be a different story. She'd be welcome to them. you know, but the rest of us are not big on spiders.
On principle's sake, though, even if you could call up Morgan and she was next door, would you do that or would you just kill the spider?
Depends on the spider and where they were.
No, because they run fast. And by the time Morgan gets her butt over here, he could be anywhere.
That's true. And then you have to know that he's somewhere and you can't find him.
Right. That's the worst.
That's true.
Because if it's now
We
you
do
see
get-
him, now you don't. That's no good.
We do get black widows here. We have had some in our garage, but my son dispatched them for me because he was a good boy. But, nitpicks. Keep sending me emails.
Oh no, yarn deals.
Yep. Funny. I'm on the Chipotle app because I got on it years ago. So they send emails, and they send this email, coming soon, lamb and Azure. And I'm thinking, oh, they're going to start serving lamb. That's exciting. And then I realized, no, they're going to the street corner of lamb and Azure, which are streets here. I'm like, oh, darn it, they're not going to have lamb. That would be cool.
Be enjoyable.
Yeah. So hope everybody enjoys their holiday with their family. And don't cut off your relatives if they don't believe the same political things, because
That's
that's wrong.
But maybe
people-
cut off your relatives if they don't bring cranberry pie. I'm just saying. I'm not bitter.
That's different. That's a whole different thing.
I mean,
we're
we're still
talking
cool.
pie.
We're fine. But if it happens
know.
again, I'm going to be considering.
Pie is a serious thing, man.
Yeah. I mean, I've been seeing online all these people talking about not talking to and not inviting their relatives and this and that because they have different beliefs. And it's like, really? You can't put aside for one day, just one day, and be nice to your family.
Some people
Like, yeah, it's sad. But those people are having a hard time dealing in the real world as it is, so maybe I should be sympathetic to them. Some of them are very, very confused individuals. Ripaverse is having a Black Friday sale, so go check that out.
who is? Oh,
Ripaverse.
My job. So if you guys want comics and a plushie and some shirts and posters, that's happening on Friday.
Because the time is right.
The time is right, yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna make this fucking comic, okay? And then I'm gonna take it with me to conventions and I'm gonna sell it.
But will you
Art.
be able to get Eric to sign it? That's the question.
Eric will sign anything. Like if you give him I've seen him sign receipts, hats, comics. He signed comics he didn't write. He was just like, okay, man, whatever, right? Like he'll sign anything.
That's the
So.
spirit.
Yeah.
And Tina's having a sale, so check that out. And I'm having a pattern sale till the 1st. So, because of the PIK trunk show, which was fun.
Yay.
And there were a lot of cool vendors. And it was fun. Our cats like to get spiders for us. Well, that's fine. I mean, if you have cats that like to kill spiders, good for you. Unfortunately, I don't know if your cats will like scorpions, and we do get a couple of those now and then. But never in the house so far.
that's a nope.
So as long as they stay out of my house and I don't step on one, it's all good. I did read a thing where they did a study about people who get bit by snakes and spiders and things. And they said women and children tend to get bit on their feet or ankles, and men tend to get bitten in the hand.
Because they're reaching for the damn snake.
Yes, exactly. They tend to want to pick it up and they get bit. Whereas women and children, it's usually an accidental bite because they've stepped on it or something. But men, it's because they got to grab it, check it out. So you know,
They wonder why women live longer.
true.
Because we stay
That's a
inside
note.
our
We
nice
get
safe house
centipedes
on
in
Black
Hawaii.
Friday. That's why.
Oh, centipedes are nasty. We saw them in Hawaii. We did not, when we went there, we did not like them. And palmetto bugs in Florida aren't
Ah.
fun either.
No.
Too many bugs, they're not pleasant to be around.
It's a cockroach, okay? You can call it whatever you want.
And if Bill Gates wants to eat them, he can. But he doesn't need to try and make everybody else. Because that's rude. Some of us don't want to eat bugs.
Eating bugs. Not on purpose.
Exactly. So, hopefully next week we'll have more knitting news and knitting stuff to talk about and knitting projects to show because we don't have a lot of finished objects right now, any of us.
True.
So
Though I have been sitting here thinking maybe I should just finish that sweater. Then I'd have a new sweater for Christmas.
there you go.
There you go.
And
Get my
because you're
crap.
mostly done, right? Aren't you on the sleeves?
I'm on the sleeves. If I really powered through, I'm not saying I could get it done for Thanksgiving, but maybe. I have the Wednesday off.
Oh.
You could have it done for Black Friday and sit at home in your new sweater while you're not out shopping.
While you're not outside, yeah.
I could get it done for Black Friday and figure out where the fight in town is if it's not at Walmart anymore, and then wear my new sweater to that.
Ross.
right.
If you got a Ross, it's
Hey,
definitely
Ames.
at Ross.
Yeah. Definitely film it though, because, that way you can share it for entertainment value. Because
Woman
I saw
in
this-
beautiful hand knit sweater has two shoppers in headlock.
now what you do is you walk around and you say really loudly, "Thank God I was able to get one of these sweaters. They're sold out everywhere." And then start a fight with people. "Where did you get it?" And then you just make up stuff. That would be entertaining.
Years
I
ago,
got it over there.
when we were training horses in Pennsylvania, there was a place right over the Maryland border called Chubby's, and it's a barbecue place. Little hole in the wall. If you didn't know it was there, you drive right past because it looks like a shack. They had the best barbecue. And I had to take my car in or something down in Maryland. So I brought back a bunch of ribs, bunch of stuff. And I took it to the racetrack and I'm sitting there, right, in front of the track. Everybody's there and I'm sitting there eating ribs. And so many people came up to me and it's like, "Where'd you get those ribs?" "Oh, it's up on the 3rd floor, way down there in the corner. Can't miss it." So I'm sending all these people to go get barbecue.
Oh, they must have left. Sorry, you just missed it.
Oh,
I did
he ran
I did
out.
that at a convention, like one of the meetups that Eric did not go to it, but everybody went there looking for Eric and they're like, "Where's Eric?" It's like, "Oh, he's over there. He's signing the shirts." Right? And so they go to the other side looking for him. Everybody was convinced that Eric was in fact there, right? But they had just missed him. They were all like, "It's too dark. I can't see him."
You just missed him. He was just there.
Yeah, it's like he's right over there.
He's a slippery little sucker.
Yeah, when I saw him the next day, I was like, "By the way, everybody thinks that you were at the meetup yesterday, so you might as well have been like, 'Oh, sorry, I missed you.'" And he was like, "Okay."
Takes it in a stride, no big deal. But, yeah, and if you catch a fight on Black Friday, we want to hear about it.
I know.
See, I will probably also be sitting in my house, but it feels very unathletic of me. I should.
True.
Fresh air would do me good.
Well, if you want to laugh, watch the cop cam videos of airports
Oh,
when they arrest drunk people who aren't allowed to fly, and they're so drunk they don't understand why they're not allowed to fly.
oh Lord.
But I didn't do anything to you.
Yeah.
This one guy, they caught a substitute teacher coming to school. It's first day of school. He was wasted because they showed him getting out of his car and he could barely walk to school, and he was a .369. Like, that's like 5 times. And it was his 4th DUI because they could prove that he drove. He admitted he drove to school. They had him pulling into the parking lot so they can catch him as a DUI. And like the dude, he's calling his family or whatever because they took him to jail. He's like, I don't know why they got me. I didn't do anything wrong. And she's like, were you over the limit? Like, what was your BAC? And they're like, 0.369. That is so. I don't know how he was on his feet, quite frankly. And it's frightening to think that he was A, at a school teaching kids, and B, driving.
Well, I told
he
you.
just was shocked.
Go ahead.
Just shocked that he got arrested for it. Like, it never occurred to him that he could go to jail for this. Like, dude, you've got 3 other arrests. You should think that this is a possibility.
One of Alyssa's teachers in high school was a drunk, and he got caught drinking. He had liquor in his desk drawer. So instead of firing him, they took away his desk.
Back then, I'm not surprised. They probably had somebody come pick him up and send him home.
Yeah.
Because that's what they did back then. That's crazy. So, you guys about ready to finish up? Because I think Teresa's back's killing her.
My back is killing me.
Oh, I didn't know you're in pain. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just these chairs are not very comfortable.
Oh,
We need to do a GoFundMe to get Teresa a new chair.
I need to. What I need.
And to get her oven door fixed. Because they can do both at the same time.
It's fine.
And we will be back Monday. And then
Back Monday.
I'm sure Anne and DK will have an episode sometime this weekend, I'm guessing.
That's the plan.
And
Wrapping up the fun run.
Yes.
it's November 30th, right? The end?
Sunday,
Yep,
right?
last day of November. Yeah.
Okay. So I have time to get my pictures done.
Yes.
It was too sunny today. So I have to do a day when it's
And it's
more
gloomy,
depressing, right?
angsty.
And
you gotta
tell
get
us
the
where-
whole, my whole family came along with me on the Mayflower, and I'm the only one left. You gotta really get that feeling in there.
Yeah.
one left. Oh, that's a little grim.
Now you have to go and make sure that you get to the west without getting dysentery. That's your next step.
Mhm.
True. Unfortunately, we don't have any kind of casino that's Puritan themed. That would just be perfect, but,
Puritan themed casino.
Yeah, I
But
don't
we
know
don't,
why
so-
that one didn't pick up.
I don't know. Clearly they didn't catch on to all the fun the Puritans were, at least in their graveyards. Some of those tombstone carvers had good skills. I'm just saying.
Oh
You might have made a good living being a tombstone carver during that time because
Yeah.
they did a lot of detail.
And tell everybody how we can submit our submissions for the fun
Oh,
run.
there is a jot form. There's a whole blog post about the Puritanical Knitting Fun Run on my blog and pinkava.com. And on there is also a link to the jot form. Take a picture of your project. Your project has to be 75% black or dark gray, or have some sort of Puritan graveyard imagery. Whips count, but I mean, we're kind of getting to the end here, guys. But it has to be a finished project, and a picture needs to be taken of it and submitted on the form. And there will also be a photo contest for best photo. There's going to be 2 different drawings for prizes, one for the photo contest and then one for the overall just draw of the names of people who participated. And and the lovely Carrie Smith is going to judge the photos. So we have an impartial judge here.
Yay.
It's a
So it's
fun
not-
knit along, and nobody else does anything close to it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. Only Anne would think about Puritans in fun runs. And it's taken off because you didn't do it the one year and then everybody wanted it to come back. So see, it's popular.
Everybody's like, where are the Puritans?
Karos poncho is so pretty.
Oh, is it?
Very
Let's
pretty.
see.
Yes, I love the yarn.
Yeah, I do too. I'll like it a lot more when it's done and it's keeping me warm.
True.
I can't wait
But
for
it's
that
crochet,
moment.
so it's going fast though.
You know, I thought I would be done with this before I still have a long way to go. I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish by Sunday, but let's try it. So
Let's go.
I'm gonna try. It's like I'm
All right.
revisiting like Shark Week all over again, but it's like, puritanical theme. I'm like, I gotta finish it. Ah!
Or little purity is our strength over here will get you.
Yeah,
Purity is
Okay.
our strength.
I can't
That's
let
a
the
good
owl
name.
get me.
No. It's like
Can't-
the Duolingo owl, but for, fastidiousness.
Oh yeah.
So
Like Phil-
get your project pictures in. And if you have to ask if it's the right color, it's not the right color. It's too light. But Tina has some wonderful yarns. I don't think you could get them in, unfortunately, by then. But she
Yeah.
still has some lovely Puritan themed yarns that you could pick up for next year.
She did. She had a gray fade that was just lovely.
Yeah, Amy did a scarf in that little mini shawl. So very cool. So thanks everybody for being here and joining us another week. And we will see you guys on Monday and then again on our Christmas party on Friday, which wear your pajamas if you want. We don't care. Have an alcoholic beverage if you want. We don't care. Just come and have fun because Joe Bob will be there and hopefully some of our friends from the UK will be there. So it's always a good time when they join us. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So thanks everybody.
Mandatory fun.
Mandatory fun. That's us.
Yeah.
And it's always fun on Friday Mayhem. So,
Yeah.
All right. Bye guys.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
friends.
Bye,
Have a
happy
good night.
Thanksgiving.
Happy
Eat too much
Thanksgiving.
food.